Tara Lynn with 5 Acres Honey Farm. I'm planting my first seeds today of my 2021 garden, and you can join me. One of the things I'm growing for the first time is a sea kale, and I really wanted to grow this because it is a perennial. So the idea is I won't have to start seeds for kale each year if I can get this going, unless there's a certain variety of kale I wanted to try. However, I'm supposed to remove, did not read my instructions in advance, the corky outer shell. This is really big in comparison to traditional kale seeds, which I just put away. But kale seeds are typically pretty tiny. And almost like a jumping bean, and it's actually the size of a jumping bean. And I think I just lost that one. That's okay, there's a bunch more. And so I'm supposed to remove the corky outer shell according to the instructions and then soak them overnight. I'm gonna do that and put them in this tray tomorrow morning. My very first flat for the year is full of King Richard leeks, yellow of Parma onion, and then 2 other kinds of onions, the Hishiko bunching and the Weathersfield red. And I need to label them. That's something new that I'm doing this year, is actually labeling everything. I kind of did it from memory before. And I did about 2 to 4 seeds per cell. And I know I'm kind of going back on my word of not using these 72 cell trays again, but I realized after looking at all of my seeds that I need to do this because the soil blocks only fit half the number of cells. And what I will do with the onions is that my plan is not to keep them in these cells for very long. I'm hoping that they will germinate in the next maybe week or two, because it looked like I've had bad luck with onions in the past, so it says 4 to 10 days. So once those come up, I want to harden them off in about 2 weeks after they come up, and then just get them straight out into the garden because they are frost hardy. This is my new soil block maker, and I'm using it for the first time today. Not bad. That center one I did with just one hand, so that's why it doesn't look as good as the others, but very low effort, and this is going to be really easy to seed since the holes were already made for me. Another plant I'm growing this year for the 3rd time now is cotton, and I absolutely love growing it. The seeds are just so cute. And here's how I harvest the cotton seeds. So I originally grew the cotton last year from seed I purchased from Southern Exposure Seed Exchange, and this is the first time I'm harvesting my own cotton seeds from what I grew. And I just left the cotton balls on the plant. They pretty much bloomed in like September, October time and started forming their cotton then. Just from this one plant, I picked out 36 seeds, and I decided to plant all of them this year. All right, this took me several hours, but I got my 5 first trays set up. I also just put the little heater mat. I dusted everything off except the little thermostat here. So I keep the peppers on a heater until they germinate, but everything else is fine on its own. I probably could roll these so that they're side by side the opposite way that they are, and I could use this mat completely. I could probably fit 3 or 4 of these trays on it side by side. However, I don't feel like rearranging all the shop lights and everything. So it is time for the ceremonial turning on of the first lights of the year. I'm gonna rearrange the lights as well so that actually, I don't need to rearrange them yet because nothing is growing yet, but that reminds me, because it's been a while, but I will wait till I see the first sprouts come up, and then I will remove the domes, and then I bring the shop lights down till they're about 1 inch from the tallest sprouts, and I keep them close and I kind of grow with them, and that helps prevent the seedlings from becoming leggy, which means that they kind of grow tall first instead of really developing their roots. I have had really good success with that. These are just standard LED shop lights from Lowe's. They're not grow lights, they're not fluorescent, and I've had really great success. This is now my 3rd year going into the garden, and I can't complain. All my seedlings are set up, and I've been in my pajamas all day, so I'm going to go take care of that. Thank you for watching.